right. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. You filthy animals. What is going on? Guys, gals, aliens, and degen. Christmas, crypto enthusiast freaks. Welcome back to the channel. Merry Christmas Eve. I hope you guys are okay. I hope your ears aren't bleeding from your family asking you how your crypto, your little crypto coins are doing. That is, and just being berated, made fun of, giving you the side grin, the side eye, and asking, are you okay, bro? That's probably what's happening. Or they're asking you, how did you do it? How were you able to make it through all of this volatility and still stick with this crazy roller coaster that is crypto? I'm sure that is actually the most common question is, how, sir, are you still here and alive? That might be the actual question. But we're going to get into the Bitcoin analysis. We're going to get into some of the altcoins. We're going to get into some of the news. We're going to break down the market. We're just going to do a quick little live stream here. Nothing crazy, but we hope you guys are doing well. We hope you're getting some time and a chance to spend with your families. And I'm sure you guys probably have some people in town. Maybe you are out of town, different time zone, but maybe you got the notification that I went live and you are here. So welcome. Thank you for coming in. Welcome to all the OG people. Welcome to Jason Crypto, Jason Beats, and Sunshine Girl. Shout out to the Aussies. We have a nice group of Aussies that always come and watch this show and support the channel. So we want to give our support and shout out to the Aussies. The Aussies. But yeah, Sunshine Girl said, what a shocker of a week, but today has been golden. And yes, so it's today is actually really awesome. We actually have a Santa rally. So we're looking at this Santa rally. We could be getting the Christmas Eve pump, and maybe we continue the momentum as long as we can get above the 20 SMA on the daily of the Bollinger Bands. If you're looking at the Bitcoin chart right now, we're sitting at $97,933. We actually just crossed over 98,000. We got a little bit of a rejection, nothing too crazy, but if you see here, we got the rejection on the 98,000. You can see here we have some resistance sitting at 99,000, where we were able to hit just on the 21st. And so now that we're in Christmas Eve, are we going to, excuse me, see if we can get an inverse pattern here, because we hit down to 92,000 two times. Okay, so that's two different times of hitting this liquidity low. If we were going to go any lower, guys, we were telling you that this would be a key level to watch, would be 88,008, because this was the last support level. Also right here, 90,000 was another support level, so we need to watch 88,000 and 90,000 if the market wanted to punish us one more time. I think those would be the the key levels to watch, is that 88,000 and also the 90,000 level. But I think if you're looking at this chart and you're thinking to yourself, okay, could we get the Santa hope, the Kringle, the Chris of Kringles coming in hot on the sleigh with lightning bolts and rocket blasters for us, for the crypto community to come in and bring us over 100K and bring us back into what was this ascending wedge. So basically, ascending wedges, they really tend to break to the downside. You know, an ascending wedge in any kind of market has more of a chance to break to the downside. And so this is kind of what happened here. We had an ascending wedge on Bitcoin and we broke to the downside. And so instead of us pulling a pattern that we thought was going to be more so of us, if we actually continued the momentum, we were just going to break to 120K. We actually went down instead and went down and went to that liquidity low of 92K. And this is three times we've hit this. 1, 2, 3. So 3 times. Maybe that third time was a charm to bounce us back above and get us into the next market structure of over $109,000 per Bitcoin, leading us up into $120,000 per Bitcoin, hopefully by the end of this year. That would be a move of 23% to the upside. We've actually seen, if we've looked at some of the historical data on Bitcoin during Christmas time, we've had from Christmas on the bull 4-year cycle for Bitcoin that we've had a 15 to 20% move to the upside. So if that's the case, and after Christmas, we get a Christmas momentum rally going into New Year's and New Year's Eve, we could potentially make it to $120,000 Bitcoin before the end of the year, because that's what we've seen in the past. So I'm actually really bullish. I'm feeling bullish, but I don't want to make the same mistakes that I just did this past weekend, where I was staring at the profits too long. I didn't take any profits as aggressively as I should have, and how I was in the past. I kind of let too much of it just without any risk management, just let it fly. And a lot of the times when you do that, it's never really a good idea to just kind of let your portfolio fly, because it'll fly away. It'll go real fast. So, and so Emmanuel said, please don't cut the stream off. I know, just pray to the streaming gods that my computer will behave, my internet will behave, and everything will work properly. But it looks like we've been doing some tech, been doing some IT on our setup here and trying to find the bugs and see where we're hitting some kinks. So hopefully we fixed it. But yeah, guys, basically this is the running meme that this is how the family looks at the person who's in crypto. Whoever's the crypto bro or chick in the family, this is how we're looked at. And then when we all arrive at the table, they say, how's your little crypto coins doing? And this is how we look from their perspective. We're just like, this is my meme that I made. This is actually an old classic meme. I just added some text on it to give it some flavor. This is also how I was feeling recently. I don't know if you guys are feeling the same. If you're ever in the car and the car starts going really fast, you look over and he's like, should have sold, should have took more profits. And then this is kind of the story of everyone's lives right now, is that, hey, I'm gonna buy the dip. I'll become crazy rich. And then the salary comes right behind your head. And then right behind the salary comes the inflation. And then right behind inflation, we just have massive wars and massive chaos, which I hope will not happen. I'm praying. Hopefully you guys are, making that your Christmas wish, that we don't have, any more suffering, any more of these wars. Deals need to be made. Something's got to change. And so hopefully going into the inauguration after January 20th, we can actually start making some progress towards that. That would be really nice. That's my Christmas prayer. No more war. That would be great. It's been too long. It's just been too long. Way too long. The Democrats have been in power for way too long. In terms of the past 16 years, we've just been in perpetual proxy wars all over the world with our hands and everything. And so I think it's time to start be inwardly focused on our country, on our people, on our cities that are suffering, that are hurting, and some of the areas that really desperately need help. And yeah, so let's pray for that. Let's pray for that. All right, so what we might do is we're probably going to, just because we didn't do it as aggressive last time, even though we're in a bit of a rally, we're getting some momentum. That's fine, but I think we're going to shave off some profits off of all of these trades, and then we'll re-enter back in, no problem. Like say, hey, if we see the momentum continuing, like right now, we are up pretty substantial on most of our trades. So we could be smart right now and shave off some of the profits, make sure that we're, solidifying profits, and we could get a little bit more aggressive. Smash the like button if you like that strategy, and it'll encourage you also to possibly take profits and not be this, because this is a sad story. This is how we all end up looking. And we asked, what happened? What happened to him? Is that he took a screenshot instead of taking profits. Was that you? Did you take a screenshot instead of taking profits? All right, Merry Christmas, everyone. So when your friends and loved ones still refuse to invest in Bitcoin, but that actually isn't the case in my circle. I actually have a lot of friends and a lot of family members that are becoming very interested in investing in crypto. They kind of see what I've been doing. They see that I'm, getting to do cool experiences, or I'm at least putting myself out there to maybe, to go to Dubai, go to the crypto conferences. They've been watching the live streams. They hear me talk about it, but more or less they're starting to understand that, okay, there's something to it. There's something to Bitcoin. There's something to blockchain and what these companies are going to eventually use as the back-end settlement layer for a lot of their stuff, whether it be the applications and, even just as a store of value, investment opportunity. A lot of it is speculation, 100%, but some of them are actually based on real products, real things that are going to be used by these companies, and that's how you have to think about it. You have to think about 10 years, 20 years down the line, like what is going to be the thing that is used the most, and it looks like it's going to be like it's always been. It's been gaming. Gaming has been a huge market in terms of market share of money in the product sector, in the tech sector. It's actually gaming, and a lot of these things has been what has pushed technology of different devices, and all of that stuff has been, gaming has been a big catalyst for that. So then you have to think about it in the crypto realm and trying to get all of those users and all the people that are into crypto or into gaming in general, and they've been, say, the World of Warcraft people, subscription-based players that actually spend money monthly on games. This is how crypto gaming, I think about it. I'm like, oh my God, these people are going to throw money at some of these things. And then I think about companies like Amazon and Tesla, Microsoft, like all of these companies are going to eventually be using these blockchains as back-end stuff for data, for their own, building their own applications, whether it be like in-house, in-business stuff, or for users to be able to use. So then when they go into, sign in, they're signing in with like a wallet, and then they can use a stable coin to purchase stuff. It's all going to be leading down that road eventually. But our job is we're trying to early invest in a lot of these things and say, okay, what are people actually going to be using for the back-end systems for all this stuff? And then what are institutions going to be investing in? Like, for instance, Aave, Chainlink, and Ethereum, and a lot of these DeFi platforms, the Trump family with their World Liberty Financial, they're investing in things like Aave and things like the DeFi that's already been established. So then you can think to yourself, okay, if they're investing and putting big money into things like Aave, would be smart to possibly start to think about building up a DeFi protocol bag of altcoins that could have maybe Curve or Compound, MakerDAO, Aave, any of the new ones. You got staking protocols like Rocket Pool ETH and Lido DAO, and there's all kinds of stuff. But I'd imagine most of them are probably going to do well. And then your job is to, okay, can you take profits at the right time? Don't hold them too long. Figure out what are going to be the best things to hold during the bear market, which has historically been Bitcoin. When you look at Bitcoin in the bear markets, it's kind of the thing that you want to be holding. It's the thing that is going to survive in those periods where it's just really just 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 the worst, going sideways. But it's been the strongest thing to hold during those points because altcoins get kind of wrecked. You get out of the altcoins, take profits enough to where it's okay. If you're able to build back a bag during the bear markets, then there's your opportunity. But thanks, guys, for coming in. I really do appreciate you coming in this Christmas Eve. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Let's get the likes up. I know you guys are, I know most of you are probably who normally come in to the live streams. You're hanging out with family and stuff. We didn't know how many people were actually going to pop in. We were just going to do a nice little quick live stream for you guys. So we do appreciate any of you who are tuning in currently. Just make sure you guys are checking out all the links in the description of the video. Make sure you are actually sharing this too. Share it to x.com, share it to Facebook, whatever platform you are into using. And then make sure anyone who hasn't signed up for any crypto exchanges yet, they haven't even signed up for anything. These places are a great place to start. All of these literally in the front right here. CoinFlare, PHEMEX, OURBIT, and then the centralized exchanges like crypto.com, the big ones, Coinbase. We have links for those. And then we have our referral code. All of these are like set up all of them. You don't just set up one and then stick with that. No, you set up like 10 different exchanges, learn how to use them all, see how they all work. They all have different features. That's kind of the best way to go. And you don't want to have all your eggs in one basket. I've just learned my lesson with Voyager. I had most of my crypto money in Voyager, and that platform went down. And then we all kind of learned our lesson, or hopefully you did, with FTX, where everyone was betting on FTX, and that went down. And so it's just good to have multiple crypto exchanges set up for all different purposes. And it's always great because with these and with my links, you get a nice, fat, juicy bonus, and it helps directly support the channel. And we want to mention, guys, that we do have tickets to the Bitcoin conference. So if you use my link in the description, you will get an amazing discount on the Bitcoin conference that's going to be happening in Las Vegas 2025 in May. So you'll get 10% off any of these tokens, or these tickets, like the Whale Pass, the Industry Pass. So this is a great discount. You just use my offer code, and I believe the offer code is Dano. So if you put in the offer code, yes, you will get 10% off of your purchase. So make sure, if you are getting tickets and you plan to go, use my link in the description, and it is right here. I'll show you guys again. And then also we have all of the normal things that you need for a crypto starter kit. You got your NORD VPN that you want to protect yourself and your data online, and then also all of those amazing partners that we mentioned. All right. So 3-step process. I want to remind you guys, if you're new into crypto, you want to have a diversified portfolio, a mixed bag. You kind of want to have primarily a strong coin like Bitcoin. You would even say maybe Ethereum. Your major coins for stability as being your 60-30-10 rule. Diversify, have a strong portfolio of maybe heavy Bitcoin. And then you go down the line of the altcoins of the different narratives. So for me, my strategy is I'm going into the memes. I'm going into trying to accumulate a little bit more AI. I have a bit of the DeFi protocols and the DePIN real world asset as my bag, and then I'm kind of real heavy memes. I'm almost like 30% memes and 10% the fundamental stuff, like maybe XYO, and I kind of went more bullish memes, to be honest. If I want to be completely transparent and honest, like I'm kind of like 60%, Bitcoin and like things like the blue chips like Doge, and then I'm 30% memes, and then 10% like Chainlink and DeFi tokens, So that's me. That's how I've kind of built my diversification, but it could be completely different for you. And then the second step is to, like I said, have multiple exchanges, wallets, cold storage, hot wallets, every single kind of thing you can think of. You just want to be able to have it all. You don't want to have one thing, because if that one thing goes down, because you have to have that as risk management. It's just proper risk management. It's just like some people don't like to have just one bank account. They like to have multiple different bank accounts open just in case one bank for some reason goes down. You got to have another access to be able to do your stuff. So it's the same way. You have to take responsibility and know that you're not your keys, not your crypto. You have to make sure that you have an allocation of certain coins on that you have control of. You can send in and out if you want to. You don't have to worry about like, oh, the network's down or whatever it may be. So you just have all of that set up. That's why we encourage you guys to just, have multiple things set up. And then the third one, and maybe the most important, is the hodling and taking profit strategy. Like, what is your plan in taking profits? Now this is piggybacked off of step 2, because in order for you to be able to take profits and do it properly, you have to have exchanges set up. You have to have the wallet set up. You have to have some type of way. If you want to off ramp or on ramp, you need to already have all of that set up. So when you're ready to do that, you have it already ready to go. Like, you're just set. You're ready to go. And this is important. So I'm glad I'm talking about this. Because a lot of times I feel like I bore people with this, but if you're new and you're coming in and you're watching these crypto live streams and say, I bet my live stream will pop up into someone's feed that is curious about crypto, and they're going to want to, like, where do I start? How do I actually start and get a portfolio built up? What are the steps that I take? This right here is the easiest 3-step process that will get you a base portfolio built, wallets and exchanges set up, and then start to think about what DCAing means, a dollar cost averaging strategy, how you're going to use your budget, and also learn how to budget and with your finances to then learn actually how much money you do have left over in the month. I've asked some people, I was like, a conversation randomly, I was talking about crypto and they were like, I just don't know, like, we talk about it, but we don't really do it. And we've just talked about it. Well, I say, well, first, do you know how much money you have left over at the end of the month? And they said no. And I said, well, that's the first step. The first step into building a budget is to actually know where your basis is. Like, what do you actually have left over after you have done all your spending, all your bills are paid, all your subscriptions, all the little micro transactions. Like, you just tally all that shit up. And what do you bring home at the end of the month that is like the extra stuff that you're either going to save, you're going to build up a safety fund, or you're going to invest it, or you're going to blow it, or you're going to spend it, whatever you're going to do with it. But if you're trying to eliminate and actually make some changes, which is first, you're budgeting, you're making a progress report of how much you can actually budget out. And say if you have debt and you want to pay off that debt, then that's actually the first thing, is you have to pay the debt off. Try and hit that as hard as you can. And then at the same time, you can be investing. So people will make an excuse, or they'll try and stonewall themselves by saying, well, first I got to do this and then I can do that. But if you're clever, you can invest and pay the debt off at the same time. So then you feel like you're not missing out, because it hurts. I'm telling you guys, it hurts your soul knowing that if you've had to pay debts, or if you've had to pay repairs, or you have a house that's a freaking lemon and you got to repair it all the time, and you see all this money going to that, but you can't put it into investing, and you see the markets pumping, that will make you want to scream. So what you do is you have to just say, okay, if you budget out and say, here's the deal. I got $1,000 left over in the month. I'm going to take $500. I'm going to put it on these credit cards. I'm going to put it on this debt. I'm going to put it on this. I owe Jimmy however much, get Jimmy paid, and then 500 is going to go into you building up a dollar cost averaged portfolio. And then that's how you can feel a little bit better about yourself, and not feel like you're missing out. You won't feel FOMO, and then you won't end up chucking money at a place where it's just, you have a calculated strategy in what you're actually going to do over time. And then also what you have to think about too is these cycles are cyclical. They are cyclical. There are going to be times where you may want to take some profits. There's going to be times where you're going to want to maybe be buying more and accumulating more. But we've historically seen in halving years, so the first halving you can see here, and the presidential election kind of lined up almost perfectly in that first one. And then we saw, look how much it went up. This one was like 400%, 450%. This one was 350, 400% as well. This one was 250, 300%. It was still great from the point of the halving, but it was kind of chopped. It was that double top. This was where we all kind of got wrecked. We had all the black swans, all the crazy stuff happening. And then right here, now we're past the election. We know who's going into office. January 20th is the inauguration of Donald Trump. And so we have bullish crypto sentiment across the board. The only thing that will stop that from happening is if we have some massive black swan event, which I'm praying is not the case. I hope that the people that are fighting for the light and fighting for some type of stability and peace on this planet have some type of defense against what could inevitably be sheer, utter chaos. And so please pray for that, because that is the most important thing, because all of this is all fine and dandy. We could all sit here and talk about charts all day, draw things on the chart, draw our lines, say it's going to go here or there, but at a point where someone shoots a nuke, it's all over. That's it. It's going to be a hard time to be recovering from something like that. So just, if you want to make something your Christmas wish, make that your Christmas wish for that not to happen, because if that happens, you draw a line on chart all day. It's all going, it's going to crash. Everything is going to zero. So we have to have that as our back end prayer constantly, is that leaders around the world don't do something stupid. So let's make sure that does not happen. But the point that I want to make is that in the previous halvings, we were only on the fourth halving. So if we're going by historical data, we still have a lot of room to grow. We still have a pretty big portion of the chart to go up in the banana zone, because we still have all of this to go. We still have all of this. We still have until March, April of next year to get to this point. So I'd imagine when Bitcoin is at this level right here, the altcoins are going to just be at a ridiculous valuation. Just crazy prices. So what are we watching? Well, we've kept it simple. We're for the memes. We're keeping up with Pepe, Ponky, ticker Bitcoin, SHIB, and Dogecoin. Some of the the OG stuff. Wojak, Kendu. For the gaming stuff, we're paying attention to Nakamoto Games. The Me token. We're watching the Me token for Medieval Empires. For basically kind of everything, DeFi, gaming, AI, I mean, all the stuff, like just as a blockchain in general. AVAX, I think, is really good. I think if we could break the resistance that we've been hitting at these $50 levels, we can get back up to some previous bull market territory. For Brett, for memes, also Brett, really watching Brett. XYO, really keeping up with XYO. Finally built back up my bag of XYO. I was feeling like a chump that I was selling too much of my XYO, so I built back up my bag. So I'm going to build up more XYO. And so I'm really watching this because I think the partnership with Tesla is going to be huge. I think the partnership with Tesla, they're doing something with installing nodes in the Cybertruck for Tesla. That's huge. That's big. So that means with maybe every Cybertruck at a point wherever they implement this thing, or any Cybertrucks that are on the market will get the download to be able to operate a XYO node inside the Cybertruck, or in Teslas in general, which would be a huge partnership. Yeah, what else we fought? Solana, we're in the Sol trade. Solana, I think this was the last opportunity, I think, to get Sol under, under like 190. I mean, the thing went down to 176? Oh my gosh, yeah. So on the 20th, it went down to 176. So gosh, if you guys were able to catch Solana at that price, or even at the prices right now, because Sol is due to go to 320. I think that's the level that we're due to hit, is to break that all-time high, go into the 320 level. That's what we're looking for Solana. What else? Dogecoin's looking really good. We think that the next level that we're going to eye here, if this is an inverse head and shoulders pattern, kind of looks like it, and we could trade back up and possibly hit this 56-cent level, because we got real close. We had a bearish divergence here, enough for us to try and test these levels again. If we break 48 cents as that previous resistance, then 56 cents would be the next target and take profit. Probably first take profit would be at 42 cents and 48 cents, which was the previous resistance for Dogecoin. But Dogecoin's looking really good. If you're liking how Dogecoin's looking, then you probably also would be looking at SHIB. SHIB did the same thing, very similar chart pattern here. A lot of the altcoins did this, and now forming a bounce pattern, which could bring us, for most of these coins, if we can continue the rally with Bitcoin. We just need a continued rally with Bitcoin, and this could really, now that we're above 98,000, now we're above 98,000, pushing back up, super bullish. If you're actually even looking at the weekly chart looks really bullish, even though we got a little bit in terms of the weekly overbought. I think if we were to pull this to the daily, it would show a different story, and that we are actually creating some bullish divergences. Let's see, BNB. Someone asked for BNB. Where's BNB? All right, BNB. BNB is looking good. It's actually pushing back up to the 20 SMA if you're looking at the daily chart, which could bring us, if we break here, we break this. Yeah, we're breaking green. This could be a nice list. So I would watch for this level right here. This level looks really good. Could be eyeing that 755 level right there. That's a really nice level. That would be take profit, and we have volume. So we're pushing some volume right now. Let's see. Yeah. I'd say it's pretty bullish. And we're eyeing actually... Yeah, 735. That would be a target for BNB here in the short term, 735. I always remember when Ivan said if the whales are not selling off BNB like in droves and dumping BNB, then there's nothing happening then the market's okay. If whales start dumping massive amounts of BNB and just like crashing the price, then it's danger zone. So I think right now, actually, BNB is looking pretty strong. It's looking good. If you're looking at the daily, actually, this looks like a big cup and handle pattern. You could maybe say this is a cup and handle pattern. And the breakout could be from here to here. If that's the case, BNB's target could be at the peak of this market. That would be crazy. If that's true, that means the target for this, if it plays out, would be at $1,300 per one BNB. That would be wild. I know the BNB holders would be very, very happy about that. And I know the BNB tokens would actually be very happy about that as well. So if you're holding any BNB tokens, any BRC, any of those tokens, or BEEP, not BRC, that's, I'm like, BEEP, BEP, BEP20. Yeah, like Sunshine Girl said, thank you guys for all the likes, everyone, across all the different media platforms. Right now, we're currently streaming to X. We're streaming to Twitch, Facebook, and also to YouTube. Thank you guys for smashing up the likes. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and end the stream. We're going to hang out with the girly. We didn't want to stream for too long. We just wanted to get a nice little update for you guys, show you the trade, show you what we're doing. We're probably going to do ourselves a favor and just know that we can take profits, that we are able to do so. Lord, just, gosh, if I would have shown you guys just what had happened and what ensued over the weekend during all this volatility. Oy, it was carnage, but we live to trade another day, and we're going to prove to ourselves that yes, we can take profits. We are able to, and get aggressive. There's always a chart to trade on the next day. But we really do appreciate you guys coming in during Christmas Eve. We're going to be working a little gig later tonight. So we'll be back home around 9:30, 9 something. But yeah, so we're gonna do some Christmas Eve stuff. You know, there's always the tradition. I don't know what tradition you have, but I always did this in my household when I was a kid, and my mom did it. She would let us open up one present on Christmas Eve. We're always like, can we just open one present? We just want to open one present. You know, so it was always like driving them crazy on trying to open up one present on Christmas Eve. So I've of course passed that on to my daughter of begging for the one present on Christmas Eve, and it has to be at night. So I'll be doing that, and then maybe after we'll do a stream. We'll see if we can catch Santa coming down the chimney, bringing us that Christmas joy. We're gonna put out the Christmas cookies. We're gonna put out the milk and cookies for Santa. I know my daughter's stoked for that. So, all right. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for coming into today's live stream. Just make sure you guys are leaving a comment in the comment section after the live stream is done. Just put your thoughts and your opinions and all the things and whatever you might want to see on this channel. Maybe a certain coin that I did not talk about today. Maybe you want me to talk about it on the next stream. Put it in the comment section below. And I would love to know if you want me to, I don't know, maybe do something different. Maybe adjust something on the live stream. I want some pointers. I want some metrics. Would love to hear from you guys directly from the community. It's the best way that I can always get better and improve on these live streams and this content. It is hearing directly from you. So hit the like button on the way out and share this with a family member. Whilst you got them all in one room, you got them all at the table, you can onboard them to the live stream. But we'll see you later, guys. Merry Christmas and God bless. Peace out.